Hello! Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back, okay? We've got another sew with me video. I have a bunch of pre-cut stuff that I need to sew from the last sew with me video. If you watched that one, you know I cut a bunch of like cozies and wristlets and bookmarks, and we didn't get to sewing them. And the market is in 8 days, so it's time to sew. We definitely need to get them done. So that's what I'm starting with today. I'm going to be doing the cozies. I'm going to show you what I have cut and then we'll get right into it. All of these 10-inch by 10-inch squares. It takes 2 squares per cozy and 1 square of this like heat resistant insulation stuff. It goes in between the 2 pieces, so I have to cut all these squares because I have not cut them yet. I just found my stash of the stuff, so I'm gonna cut a bunch of 10, or actually I think I'm gonna cut a bunch of 9.5 by 9.5 inch squares. Last time I did 10 inch and I just had so much trouble with bulk on the edges, so I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch in this time. So I have to cut all these into squares, and then this is what we're sewing first. And we have a bunch of bookmarks and wristlets cut that we'll do next. But for now, this is the goal.
I'll give you money.
Alright y'all, I finished cutting all of the heat resistant batting for all the pieces. So now we're gonna get to sewing. First cozy done. I decided to do this print in the ice cream cozy. So it holds like a pint of ice cream or like a cup of noodle. And then I think I'm gonna do the next one as a bowl. So I'm just gonna kind of like alternate back and forth between bowl, ice cream, bowl, ice cream. So I have like a healthy mix of both, but I used to do them with two linings of the heat resistant batting, but it was too thick and like things weren't fitting in them. So I tried with one and it's still just as like thick. It's perfect thickness. It's not too thick anymore. So I think I'm gonna do one lining for the rest of them, because the batting usually you're supposed to do 2, but the batting I have is really thick, so I only need 1. But okay, here's the haul from the last, I don't know how long I've been sewing, probably an hour or 2. I made this ice cream cozy, this bee bowl, and this bowl cozy. So we've got 3 total. Well, 4 total. We have the one I already made, so we've got 4. I made 1 more ice cream pint cozy, and I have a bowl one ready to go. So let me know if you guys want a tutorial on how I make these. I can post it. I watched a video a while ago, but I've changed the way I do it from that video, so I have my own little way of doing it. So if you're interested, comment down below and maybe I'll make a tutorial for the bowl and the ice cream cozies. So, but yeah, 1 more ice cream cozy done. Kind of want to make more ice cream than bowls because we're about to get into like the warmer times, you know. But I'm kind of just going based off of like what I think the fabric will look better as, either a bowl or a ice cream cozy. So I'm kind of just making sure we have like a semi-even amount. We don't have like 2 bowls and 10 ice cream cozies. So I've just been stacking them back there. I'm gonna keep going. My hands are starting to hurt, but I really want to get all of these done. I want to try and get them all done today, because then we can just do wristlets and bookmarks tomorrow and make life easier. But I don't know what we're gonna end up getting done.
You're entirely sure what I'm suggesting.
Another bowl cozy. This one's the fishy one. I've prepped 3 more, but my back is killing me, so I think I'm gonna call it a day because it's already almost 7 o'clock. So I'm done sewing for today and I'll pick it back up in the morning. But we got 3 ice cream cozies and 3 bowl cozies done, so not bad for a couple hours of sewing, and we'll pick it back up in the morning. Good morning. Well, late afternoon. I've had a day full of activities. It's 2:30 p.m. And we're just now getting into the craft room to sew. It's a little bit of a late start, but it's fine. So yesterday I left off with these 3 are prepped and ready to like finish off. These 3. Prepped and ready to finish off, which is what I'm going to start with. And then I think I'm going to switch gears to wristlets and bookmarks because I want more of those than I do of the cozies. So once I get these cozies done, I'll do a count of how many I have and then kind of determine whether or not. I think we're going to move on to wristlets though, and I'll just do the other ones later. I just feel like I'm going to sell more wristlets and bookmarks than I am cozies, so I want more of those. We finished sewing the 3, so let's go over all of the ones I finished. So we've got 1. These are all of the ice cream cozies or like pint cozies. I think I'm just gonna go with these ones and then whatever I have left in my bin for the market. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got 5. And then we ended up with 4 bowl cozies. 2, 3, and 4. And so now I'm going to move on to wristlets. So I'm going to show you kind of the situation I have with the wristlets right now. Okay, so I have all of the fabrics already cut from the other sew with me video. So I just have a bunch of the wristlets cut, but I need a piece of interfacing for each piece I cut. So I have to cut the interfacing out. I'm going to count really quick how many I have cut so we know how many we need to cut of the interfacing. So okay, we have 24 wristlets cut, so we just need to do 24 pieces of the interfacing. Alright, finished cutting all of the pieces, and now I have to iron them onto the back of every single fabric, and then I have to like fold them, and I usually clip them to get them ready to sew.
I don't know, Your Grace. Do you think I could?
Why did you take Winterfell?
To take it off while it was vulnerable. Wait. I'll tell you anything.
Look at us go. Oh, I'm tired. My shoulder hurts. I want to take a nap. It is 5:45 p.m. I feel like every day from like 3 to 5, 3 to 6, I have to fight the urge to go lay down. We just got done sewing all of the wristlets I had cut. So now I have all of these tabs, basically strands, sewn and ready to become wristlets. So now I have to add all the hardware, which is basically just folding them in half and clamping the hardware on them. So I think I'm actually gonna do that part later, and I'm gonna switch gears and start working on the bookmarks just because I don't really feel like clamping a bunch of hardware on these. So we're gonna do some more cutting and sewing. So let me show you what we have going on with the bookmarks. Okay, so I already have a good amount, definitely not enough, but a good amount of interfacing cut in the right size. These are some squares I had from previous bookmarks I did that never got made into bookmarks. And then I have some that are pre-clipped and ready to sew. And then I have this whole stack of fabric. So So after I cut enough of the interfacing, I take all of these patterns and I lay them out. It takes 3 squares to make a bookmark. So I group them by like what goes well together, like the 3 sharks go well together. And I just do this until everything has a group, and then I do the ironing.
And we didn't want to get naked, and nobody can have their clothes on. I have no idea. Take turns, throwing us into the...
Waited for 30 minutes.
This is the right color?
Yes. That will reduce the...
What's going to do at our house is get a bath. We're going off in the hospital. Gosh, I know.
This felon that you don't, or whatever clinic you went to get your dog. I understand. I go to a dog owner's house. It's like, say hi to, like, I show you a picture of my baby and play. Go over to a house.
I finished ironing and clipping all the bookmarks, and now I am sewing them together. My back is aching. Like, I think I overdid it, maybe. I don't know. It's like take your breath away ache. My upper back. And I think it's just because most of today I've spent like hunched over the tables really low. So I've just been like hunched over ironing and cutting fabric. And then I moved to my sewing machine and I'm hunching over too. But my upper back is so, it's like, it's not pain, it's like ache. You know? I don't know. But let me show you where we're at. I'm stopping for the night. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm just gonna pick it back up in the morning, and we'll be able to finish everything tomorrow. There's not that much left, but I got a stack of the bookmarks. The first part's done. I sewed the outer. Now I have to just flip them inside out, and then I did all the outers, and then I just have to flip them inside out and then sew the seam here. And they're done, so they're almost done. And I gotta put all the hardware on the wristlets we did today, but I'm doing all that tomorrow. I'm gonna go lay down, so I'll see you in the morning. Hello, it's the next day. I am in my craft. I'm so tired, like my eyes are sleepy. I worked this morning, and then I worked this morning at my other job, and then I went for a little swim because it was finally warm enough in the pool to swim. So I went for a swim, and then I took a shower, and I was trying to let my hair dry completely before I started filming, but it's still pretty wet, but it's mostly dry. So I'm in the craft room, and it's time to finish sewing. I want to be done sewing today. After today, I want to be done. So let's hopefully get everything done today, or it's 6 p.m. So let's try and get everything done before I go to bed. We left off with this stack of bookmarks already sewn. They just need to be flipped inside out like this one, and then sewn across the sides. And then I have one stack laid out right there of about, there's about 8 over there that have not been sewn at all. So that's all we have left. And then, oh, and then we need to put the hardware on all of the wristlets because I didn't do that. But once all that's done, we're done sewing for the market, and this video will be over, and then I'll be done. And I am so tired. I haven't swam in so long. I forgot how much energy it pulls out of you. I'm like ready to go to bed, and it's 6 p.m. so it is 9 p.m. and I have officially finished the last item that I was planning on sewing. All the bookmarks are done, all the wristlets are done. So let me give you an overview of everything we made in this video, with how much I made of everything and all that, okay? So we have all the wristlets, all the bookmarks. I organized them by category. We've got all the cozies and the bowl cozies here. So let's give you a count. We've got 22 bookmarks total, 26 wristlets, 5 ice cream cozies, and 4 of the bowl cozies. I'm gonna take pictures of everything in the morning for my Etsy. So if you want any of this stuff that I'm showing you, it'll be on my Etsy, link down in the description. But yeah, we did it, you guys. We finished all of it. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till daylight to take all the product photos. But we got it done, okay? So thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next video. Comment which item was your favorite and which pattern, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!